Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today I am so excited to share my June favorites with you. I recently got back from a trip to Italy, so I am playing catch up and I'm so excited because I have a lot of fun goodies to share with you, as well as I'm sort of sharing some of the products that I traveled with, some of the things that I hauled that were my favorite from the month of June, as well as just some sort of like lifesavers for my skin once I came home when I needed a little TLC. So I've got a little bit of everything today. So if you are interested in seeing my June favorites, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so obviously the big highlight of June was going to Italy. This was our family trip and my daughter had the opportunity to study abroad in Rome. So we used it as a little excuse to have a family trip. So we had an amazing trip to Rome, and then we did fly over to Palermo, which we absolutely loved. That's Sicily, and would definitely go back, explore more of Sicily. Very, very awesome. It is as if you have stepped back in time. It is really a cool city. And then we flew back to Rome, picked up my daughter the end of her program, and then headed to Milan. And I have to say that Milan sort of took the cake. My whole family, we just loved Milan. Friendliest people ever. Just absolutely a stunning city with some awesome shopping. We didn't do quite as much shopping as we would like. Unfortunately, my husband got pickpocketed in Rome. That, put a little damper on our trip. But overall, we had the best time creating memories. Traveling with your adult children as their lives are getting busy is just like a super important thing. So that made the trip super special. Of course, we had our ups and downs, but overall just had the best time. And a lot of my favorites are actually things that I either packed and used the whole trip, or once I came home, I felt like my skin needed a little TLC from, lack of sleep, having the weather be super hot and humid, as well as, the long flights that kind of suck the life out of your skin. So I think what I'll start with is a few skin care like saviors and things that I used once I got home to sort of get my skin back in shape. So one of the things that I took on my trip was the SONSIE. This is the multi-moisture mask. This is actually a product that is created by Pamela Anderson, and honestly this is such a good product because when they say it is a moisture mask, you can use this in multiple ways. You can clearly use this as a mask, or you're going to put a thin layer on your face, keep it on for 20 minutes, and then essentially you're going to kind of rub like the rest of the moisture into your skin. Like my skin was so dehydrated that it just kind of sucked it up, and then I would just kind of pat in whatever was left over on my skin. You can also use this as a sleeping mask, which again was kind of a lifesaver. This is what it looks like here. It has a really lovely luxe kind of texture to it, and then you can use this kind of as your night moisturizer. You're going to wake up, your skin is going to be hydrated and happy. And I also love this because I took it on the plane with me, and I put this on a couple different times. That's how much like the air in the airplane kind of like will suck the life out of your skin. So I was just like, any kind of moisture I can get on my skin, this was just a savior. And then you can just use this as your daily moisturizer as well. So as you can see, it is absorbed into my skin quite nicely. But I would say this was one of these products that I was so happy that I took with me. And I've completely fallen in love with this product. Kind of been using this as my moisturizer, mask, all that kind of stuff. But now it has made me intrigued to try a few more of her products because they are super nice. And this is a clean beauty product. It is vegan, and this includes 12% glycerin. It's got hyaluronic acid and prickly pear that's going to sort of hydrate and soothe your skin. Literally cannot recommend this enough. And this is $48. You get quite a lot of product, and I use this a lot, and I still feel like I have quite some product in here. So this is a new fave, and if you are traveling, like highly recommend this multi-moisture mask. So once I got home from my trip, terribly jet lagged, and I just felt like my skin needed some TLC when I got home. One of the products that I took with me on my trip, and I absolutely love it. You've heard me talk about this before, but it is the CAGLIA. This is the Cell Forté serum. I went through an entire bottle of that serum, and yep, I purchased it again. I really love that serum. It's sort of like my one and done serum. It just literally like hydrates my skin. It tones my skin. It can replace your vitamin C and your retinol. Basically, it is a stem cell serum, and yep, I still love it, and I'm so happy to have a fresh new serum to open up tonight. So just wanted to mention that because I had some people reaching out like, do you still like it? I was like, yep, I do. I think that it is a super effective serum, and I do feel like I'm getting some results with that serum. Now, it can't take away jet lag and lack of sleep and eating food that I may not eat all the time. So when I did get home, one of the things that I was craving was using one of my favorite enzyme cleansers, and that is from AUTEUR. And this is the definitive enzyme cleanser. Like basically, I wanted that sort of polish, kind of like wanted to exfoliate my skin, but in a gentle way. So I'm somebody who has a little bit fussier skin. I can't do a lot of really aggressive treatments, but I absolutely love this enzyme cleanser, and it's like a little powder here. You're just going to put some in your palm, add a little bit of water, and then you're going to put it on your skin, and I swear it just like sloughs off the dead skin cells, makes your face feel like baby soft. I absolutely love it. And then I was kind of sad I didn't bring this on my trip. But you've heard me talk about it before. It is the AUTEUR. This is the definitive lifting toner, and this just like is my favorite. It just replenishes my skin. It feels so good after doing like the enzyme cleanser, and then I will spritz this all over my face. And this includes, it's not just like a spritzy toner thing, you know, like a rose water or anything like this. This actually is loaded with one of their proprietary peptides. Also includes hyaluronic acid. It's got something patented called pentavin, and that's going to minimize the signs of fine lines, stress, and dehydration. And literally that is what I needed. And I just felt like within 2 days of kind of adding back in using these products that I could kind of feel my skin coming back to life again. And then another thing I want to mention is I have been primarily using these two products, but another thing that I like to do is use my BIOLOGIQUE Recherche. This is the Lait Dermo-S. It's a creamy cleanser. And then I've got the OMBRE. This is the Enzyme Cleansing Booster. Again, it is a powder formula. And what I like to do here is just add a little bit of the booster into my milky cleanser, and then I will put that together. And I like to leave it on for a couple minutes while I brush my teeth, like floss and brush my teeth, and then I will rinse it off. And I swear it just sort of gives me the foundation for like my serums to absorb better, makes my skin super soft. But those were sort of like my get home. I was so excited to kind of add those products back into my routine. So wanted to mention that because I have really been finding that my skin kind of came back to life a little bit. And then after cleansing, I would use my CAGLIA Cell Forté serum. And I think that's what I love about this serum, is that, you know, it can be added into any of your routines. Just kind of an all around lovely serum. And then another lifesaver that I did take with me on my trip. This is from REVIVE, and this is the Advanced Lip. I'm not going to say the word properly. Don't have my glasses on. This is a lip serum, but it's basically for like your lips and like the little folds around your lips. And I just absolutely love this because, again, I just felt like my lips got super dehydrated, and this was amazing. I just put a little bit of this on, and then I would just sort of put this serum not only on my lips, but also just around the perimeter. And I swear it kind of plumped up those little lines. It really hydrated and plumped up my lips. So it is just another one of these products that actually I felt like was a real lifesaver. I was so glad I took it on the trip, but I have kind of fallen in love with this product. Wanted to give a little highlight about that, especially if you are aging and you know you're starting to get those little wrinkle lines around your lips and such. This is exactly what this product is for, and just kind of excited about this. I was introduced to this by one of my little beauty friends at Blue Mercury, and I was just so glad she gave me a sample because it made me want to go and purchase it. So another little lifesaver product. Okay, let's dive into some favorite makeup from the past month, as well as sort of the travel essentials that I took with me. So for my foundation, I actually used the RMS Beauty. This is the Supernatural Radiance Serum. This is an SPF 50. I already loved this product just kind of on its own, but I was told that if I have the Aura, to go ahead and pick up the Aura Medium and combine these together, and that it sort of makes like the perfect shade for my skin tone. And when I was in Italy, it was very hot and humid, but I wanted sun protection, and I also was just kind of doing quick and easy travel makeup. So I was using a mixture of these two together as my base, and I just love it. And I think it is like the perfect summer makeup, like, you know, when you're not wanting to wear a lot of heavy makeup, but you want a little bit of coverage. This gives you like a nice glowy base, very healthy, but it's not like too shiny or over the top, I would say. Just like a really healthy glow. So I would use these two, and then I would go in with my Fara Homidi. This is her Essential Face Palette. And you guys have been hearing me talk about this sort of cool product. I feel like it's very innovative. And in this Essential Face Palette, you have one that is a velvety matte concealer slash foundation, and then up at the top you're gonna have like a more dewy formula, and then you can kind of customize what you want on your skin. Now, to be honest with you, it was hot and humid. I didn't really need to add any extra dew on my face, so I used primarily this bottom down here, and I'm in the shade 3 Beurre, which is light with slightly peachy undertones. It's really a fantastic shade. If you are my shade twin here, see if you can even see it, it just blends sort of seamlessly into my skin, but it's just going to add the perfect amount of coverage. And what I liked about it was that, you know, I could use it as concealer. I kind of use this more all over my face where I needed it. So I would come in, use this, my SPF, come in with this to add more coverage where I needed it. And you can clearly use this under your eyes as well, which I did many days, but I did bring another concealer with me that I will talk about in a minute, but wanted to tell you that this Essential palette is like amazing. I love the texture. I love that I can kind of customize the formula. I can have like more of a velvety matte on the, you know, big main points of my face, and then I can do a little bit dewier up on the high points, but it's still going to give me some really nice coverage. I just think it's a really cool product, and I really enjoyed taking this with me for travel. The other concealer product that I took with me, and I feel like I need to talk more about this because I often wear this day to day, and this is from Biologique Recherche, and this is the Eye Care Concealer. I have it in the shade number 1, and this has been a repeat purchase. I kind of wear this a lot off camera. I feel like maybe I don't share enough about this product. So this is actually like a treatment for your under eyes if you are somebody who likes the Biologique Recherche brand. I just love the way that this feels underneath my eyes. And again, sometimes what I would do is get up, put on my RMS Beauty, my Supernatural Radiance Serum, then I would take my concealer and then I would pat it just right underneath my eyes here, and any place else I may need it, just really quick and easy makeup. So that's what I would do if I wasn't feeling like I needed more coverage. Then that's what I would use, because I like to use this one under my eyes because it's a little bit more like a treatment product, you know, kind of like a tinted eye cream is what I would say. So absolutely love this one. Thought I better share what I took with me. Right before I left, Blue Mercury was having their sale, their summer sale. So I had picked up a bunch of RMS Beauty products that I had been wanting to try, and those are the ones that I took on my trip. So the first thing that I absolutely love is the ReDimension. This is the Hydra bronzer. I have it in Beachwalk Betty. This is just such a beautiful bronzer. I just think it is so gorgeous because these are truly like these sort of gel to powder formulas. I really like this color. I find it to be, you know, kind of neutral, I would say, not too warm, not too cool, just a really beautiful color. Glides on like a dream. I absolutely love it. That's what I'm wearing today. And then I picked up another one of their ReDimension Hydra Powder Blushes. And this one is in Bohemian Girl. And what I'm liking about all the RMS Beauty products that I picked up was that I kind of did like one and done faces. I would put on the bronzer, put on this blush, but then I would use the bronzer in my crease I would use the Bohemian Girl as eyeshadow. Actually, that is what I'm wearing today as I'm thinking about it. Did the same thing that I did on my trip. And I love this. It's such a pretty color on your eyes and your cheeks. It's just so pretty. Just a beautiful peachy, kind of a peachy pink color. So stunning. And then I picked up the ReDimension. This is the Hydra Dew Luminizer, and I'd always been a fan of her, ooh, I'm forgetting the name, but the luminizer in the little, you know, jar, and I feel like she has taken that beautiful luminizer and put it in this awesome hydrating gel to powder formula. I actually like this a lot better because it's super long lasting, but what I love about her products are they're all about enhancing your own natural beauty. It's not like trying to cover up anything. So although I'm not like a huge highlighter fan, or I don't always wear it every day, I did with this one because it's just so gorgeous and very subtle, and it looked so pretty on the cheeks as well as, it's right there. I didn't do the best swatch. Let me see if I can get this a little bit more so you can see how pretty that is. This is like basically what I wore on my face, what I wore on my eyes, and it was just so quick and easy. And again, I've got a little bit of that up in my brow bone. Basically, these were my most worn little products on my trip. Just love, love, love them. I am definitely having a little RMS beauty moment. I've just been loving on everything that I have tried. And I noticed that she has just launched a new Hydra face powder as too. So I will have to go pick that up soon enough. But as far as the powder that I took on my trip, this will be of no surprise. I think this might be like the third month of me including this product in my favorites, and because it truly is, and it's from Swede Beauty. This is the Miracle Powder. This is basically like a foundation, can be a finishing powder. I literally absolutely love this, and I pretty much wore this every single day. That's what I'm saying. I would kind of do quick little makeup, put this on top. It's going to add some beautiful coverage, not too much. So still obsessed with the Miracle Powder from Swede, along with the little powder brush. I still wear this every single day, and again, you can wear it just as foundation or use it as your setting powder, but love it, cannot get enough of it. Okay, then another favorite product from Chanel is the Ombre Essential Single Shadow, and this one is in Quartz Fume, and I think this is like the best one and done smoky eye shadow. This would be another quick easy eye makeup look that I would do. It is just such a gorgeous, you know, golden brown, just the perfect kind of smoky golden brown here. It is so pretty. It makes the easiest eye ever and is just perfection. And the formula is fantastic. It is almost melt proof. That's what I'm saying. It was kind of hot and humid. This stayed on like a champ. It was just like the best little eyeshadow to take with me. And then I'm pretty sure I included this last month, but I'm gonna go ahead, share it again. The two eyeliners that I took with me on my trip were from Victoria Beckham. These are her satin kajal eyeliners. I'm kind of obsessed with these because they are, you can make like a little easy smoky eye. They're almost like shadow and liner in one. I absolutely love the shades Cinnamon and Navy Noir. You guys may be getting sick of me, but that's been kind of my go-to eye, is wearing cinnamon, essentially on upper and lower lash line, and then I will go in with the Navy Noir closer to the upper lash line, add a little pop of that blue, and along with this Chanel, the Quartz Fume. It makes a really easy, beautiful smoky eye that's just not too much. So love, love, love those products, especially if you kind of like a little bit more of a lived-in makeup look, because they're kind of smudgy, and that's what I love about them. They're just, they're not super precise. You can be a little more lived in, a little messy looking in the best way possible. Okay, then on the lip front, one of my favorite little combos from the past month is my favorite Chanel lip liner. This one is in Pavone, just such a perfect lip liner color for myself. And then I like to top it with the Chanel Rouge Cocoa Balm in Pink Delight. And it just creates a really pretty kind of your lips but better look, and again, kind of moisturizing, easy little lip look. And then another product that I fell in love with, and this is from Ilia, and these are the Lip Sketch Hydrating Crayons, and I have this one in Genre, and I love, love, love these. They're just like a little bit thicker, so you can use them as a lip liner and lipstick, and it gives you a very nice hydrating sort of matte look on the lips, but they are not drying at all. And this color is just a really nice, it's like a really nice, almost like a mauve brown color. But I find this to be such a good color, sort of like a step up from my lips. So it kind of adds just a little pop of color on the lips. And again, these really are hydrating, and they had some really good colors as well. So I started with one to see if I liked the formula and if I thought that it was hydrating enough for my more mature lips, and I definitely have been loving them. I also find that it sort of smooths out my wrinkles on the lips, so it really is a cool product, and I will definitely be picking up a couple more of these because I really kind of fell in love with them. Okay, before we move on to some fashion and little Italy hauls, I want to mention two perfumes that I have been loving on. And the first one is from Raja Perfumes, which is Isola Soul. And this is just summer happiness in a bottle. I am like a wee bit obsessed with this, and I also have some scent like happy memories with this. It's going to remind me of my trip to Italy, and this definitely has some like Mediterranean vibes to it. I was describing it as like sun-kissed skin. So like you are wearing a beautiful sundress, you have been in the sun, you're not burned, but you just have the most gorgeous sun-kissed skin. I feel like you are driving, kind of looking at the view of like the Amalfi Coast, and you do have like on a beautiful sun hat, and you're riding in a convertible. But of course, kind of setting the stage of this perfume for you. And you can smell the ocean, like a little bite of saltiness. You are smelling like the beautiful florals that you're going to be seeing. It is like that in a bottle. It's going to transport you to like your best vacation ever. And besides having like some ylang ylang and jasmine in this fragrance, there is a great little opening that has a little bit of peach and apricot in here. So it's kind of this beautiful fruity floral fragrance, but you're definitely smelling like some warmth from the sunshine. I just keep on going back to like it smells like lovely sun-kissed skin. And the notes in here are going to be lemon and bergamot and mandarin, so you definitely get this lovely burst of citrus. It's got petitgrain, apricot, and peach, which are lovely because they're not too overwhelming, but I love a little bit of peach in my fragrances, and it say that in the best way possible. So not overly juicy or anything like that. You've got peach and apricot, but just like perfectly ripe, not, you know, going over to the other side, not too juicy. Then it's got neroli, jasmine sambac, ylang ylang, some coconut in here. Again, it's not, I'm getting a little bit of that coconut in here, but not, it wouldn't be like a super predominant note in here. Pink pepper, cedar, sandalwood, so it kind of ties down some of the florals and the citrus. It's got a little teeny bite of salt as well as musk. So needless to say, this was like a fantastic perfume to wear while I was in Italy and kind of taking it all in. It's going to just remind me of that trip, and I'm so in love with it, and it's such a good summer scent. So just outstanding, absolutely beautiful. And then one thing that I hauled while I was in Milan, they had just launched the new Celine Zuzu fragrance. I was so excited about this launch because I loved every single note, and it happened to launch on June 20th, and I knew I was going to be in Europe and so excited to pop into the Celine store, and I did get to find it in the Celine in Milan. Just FYI, in Rome, they have a Celine store, but they don't sell the perfume there. So I was so excited when we made it to Milan because I am obsessed with this fragrance. This is like vanilla tonka bean powdery goodness. It was literally a love at first sniff. Let me quickly tell you the notes. It is benzoin, tonka bean, patchouli, which is making this quite addictive. This is definitely leaning more on the clean patchouli than like the earthy patchouli. Labdanum, vanilla, and musk. And this also has that beautiful kind of chic Parisian Celine DNA that all of the scents have in that lineup, but this one just is going to smell delicious. It has a little bit of frivolity to it that I love. I literally cannot get enough of this. Smells so good, and this was one that my entire family fell in love with. You know, my son liked it, my daughter, my husband. That is not always the case. So this was just a really fun buy. I had such a great time at the Celine store. I had the nicest sales assistant, and we smelled the entire line that I heard many of you would like me to do a video on, so I will definitely do that. But wanted to mention that this is like one of my special little buys that I got in the Celine store at in Milan. This is another one that I am going to have some really fun memories with. Just a little bit obsessed with it. Okay, moving on to a little bit of fashion items, some great like travel essentials. Before I headed out, I did pop into J. Crew, had to pick up a little bit more linen, and I absolutely love their Irish, their Baird McNutt linen shirts. This is one of them that I am wearing today. This is in the shade Flax. It is a little bit more fitted, and I just wore this shirt non-stop. Sometimes I would wear it with a little camisole underneath so that I could open it up, but kind of wanted to protect my limbs from the sun and such. And I just really liked the color in flax. The other linen shirt that I picked up, and again, this is from their Baird McNutt, the Irish linen collection, and this one in the white or ivory shade was the Etienne oversized linen shirt. And again, just anything that is breathable, but I kind of wanted to look kind of put together a little bit when I was traveling around, and this was just another piece that I could throw on over a tank top. I just ended up loving these Irish linen pieces, and I love this oversized one. And the best part, I'm pretty sure these are all on sale right now. I too got these on sale, so I wanted to share this with you because these are great summer pieces, even if you are not traveling. But when the weather is warm, linen is your best friend, as I have discovered. And I was really glad I popped into J. Crew and just picked up a couple other pieces to take with. And one of my favorite outfits that I will admit I wore a couple different times was this little tank top, this striped tank top, which was a linen blend. And again, very breathable. And I am somebody who loves a simple stripe, kind of a classic. And then I picked up the J. Crew. These are the Soleil linen pants. These are amazing. These are slightly wide-legged, but they were just sort of like a chic way to get around the city if you didn't want to have your legs out. And if you were going to the Vatican and such, you did need to have your shoulders covered up. I'm not sure if I needed my legs covered up, but this is what I was going to be wearing, was some pants, and then I would pair it with my little tank top here, and then I would throw on my oversized linen shirt, or even this one that's a little bit more fitted. Those pieces became invaluable because I'm getting a ton of wear out of them currently as well. And then a couple pieces I took from Jenny Kane is I got the, let me get this the right way, the cape shirt from Jenny Kane, and I've had a couple of you write me because I did pick this up and you were asking me how I styled it. I love the cape shirt. So yes, this is sort of a very beautiful, thin linen blend shirt, and I would wear just a little camisole underneath this, like from Zara, just a white little cami. It's semi-cropped, or I would say it just hits right at the waist. This just looked kind of elevated your look, but you could stay cool. And that was the operative word, but I just love this. I love the little sleeves. You can kind of push them up a bit, but this one is sort of a striking little simple shirt, very understated, but adds a little bit of oomph. And they have it in black too, which I'm tempted to pick up. That's how much I like this shirt. And I have been, again, wearing this. I wore it on the trip, but I've been wearing this with jeans and, you know, my sandals. You can wear this with your linen pants. It's really a cute piece and kind of understated. I also took my Jenny Kane Chloe sweater in the color wheat, which I'm obsessed with. So I already loved the Chloe crew neck. I have it in these stripes. One of my favorite cotton sweaters from Jenny Kane, and it did happen to be a little bit cooler in Milan, a little bit rainy, like in the 70s, and I was kind of excited after being like in super hot weather to kind of put on my jeans, throw on my Jenny Kane sweater, and I just love, love, love that Chloe crew neck. And now it comes in this beautiful wheat color that I just am really attracted to, kind of your perfect beige color, I would say. But it's kind of a classic. Goes with everything. And that sweater I like to size up in because it is a little more cropped. So generally in Jenny Kane, their sizes usually run large. Like I usually wear like an extra small. I usually wear like an extra small or an extra extra small in some of their sweater sizes, but in the Chloe crew neck I size up to a small, and it is perfect. It's a little roomy, but it gives me just, it's not quite as cropped. So if you are not somebody who loves crop, and again it's not super cropped, but you know, it's going to show like your waist on your jeans and such. It'll cover it just a little bit. Then you'll want to go ahead and size up, but it's not going to add too much bulk. So that's a fantastic sweater. Then I wanted to mention the most amazing purse that I took with me on my trip. And this is from Mili Bianca, and this is a vegan purse brand, and honestly I am obsessed with this. So number one, it kind of has some Bottega Veneta vibes to it. This was like the best purse to take with me because I think it is totally chic, and I think it looks beautiful. It comes in a lot of different colors, but it doesn't look like cheap or anything. This one I get a lot of compliments on, and I ended up picking this one up. I believe I picked this up in the taupe. Maybe it was the nude. I will double check which color. No, I think it's the taupe. And within this, it has like a little clasp here, like a little magnetic clasp. So I was not like worried about necessarily pickpocketing per se, but I did wear my Lululemon all night festival bag. That was one that I wore that was super invaluable for not getting pickpocketed. But I did want to mention that this one comes with an insert in here. I could put in all my important documents in here, passport, lippies, all that kind of stuff. But I'm a little bit obsessed with that brand. They had so many cute purses. And I actually have a code now. It's Abby15 for 15% off. So I was kind of singing the praises of this Johanna bag, and then they reached out and gave me a code. So I always love to share any kind of discount codes with you, and I will always leave the discount codes below in the description box. If I don't mention it, it's just I forgot at the moment. So just know, look down there. But absolutely love this bag. I'm getting so much wear out of this. And I think another thing is you know, if you're traveling and you don't want to take your like super expensive handbag, this is a great alternative. And it was like the perfect size where it wasn't too oversized, but it also could hold quite a bit. And very comfortable on the shoulder, very chic, and I would definitely buy another bag from Mili Bianca. And then one thing that I hauled when I was in Milan, I saw a bunch of cool chic ladies, and they were all wearing Hogan sneakers, and I was like, I have got to check out this brand. So good. And my friend Jenny from here had told me you gotta check out Hogan's, and she was right. I think she's bought several pairs of these because she says they are so freaking comfortable. And guess what? They are. They have like little memory foam in the sneakers. So these are super well made. This is an Italian brand. Yes, these are a splurge item, but I thought these were so darn cool. I just love the color story, sort of the hatch stitching here, the taupe. They're just so versatile. But although these may look a bit chunky, they're actually so much fun to wear. They are super light. And then when you stick your feet in here, your little feet just kind of go into these little pillows, and they just like squish in there, and you just feel like heaven, especially we had been walking miles and miles every single day. I think we were like averaging 30K steps, some days more. The least we would do would be 25K a day. So we were getting plenty of walking in, but we were also eating pasta, gelato, the most awesome vegetables in the world. Like everything over there, like I don't know what it is, but you can eat bread, pasta, gelato, and you don't gain weight. I think it's because it's not processed, or truly like the best tomatoes I've ever had in my whole life. I had in Italy. So the food was outstanding, but I do have to say your feet get some fatigue. And so I was sort of excited to pick these up. And I personally love the sort of classic white sneaker with the taupe. They're gonna go with everything. I've already gotten so many compliments, like people like, where did you get those sneakers? They love them. And they have so many other cute styles. So that was one of my big purchases over in Italy. And then I've got to give a shout out to my good old Birks, because this was my most worn shoe over there, because again, it was hot and it just needed something comfortable. But these babies started out a little fresher. They weren't completely new Birks, but I had gotten them, you know, they were fresher Birks. But these are so cute. I really liked the kind of pink neutral shade. But I just wanted to give a shout out because I literally walked miles in these without any blisters, without any discomfort. I almost felt like, you know, there would be days when I'm like, should I put on my running sneakers or should I wear these? Whenever I opted for these, I was always so happy. So luckily, Birks are in, saw them all over Europe, but these guys saved my feet and I'm just so grateful. And one thing I did want to mention, I'm not bringing it in here, but I was opting to use the hotel hair dryers and such, just so I had one less thing to travel with. And I have to tell you, I missed my Dyson Airwrap styler so much. Like literally my hair felt like hay using, like, you know, regular hair dryers. Like I used to kind of like, oh, this is a lot of money. Do I really think it's that great? I am completely sold now, because when I got home, as I said, besides my skin needing a little TLC, I just felt like my hair was super dry. I was just like worried that I was like, you know, had ruined it. From travel over there and using the hair dryers. And I would laugh. I was like, I used my Dyson once. I did kind of do a nice little hair mask and used it once, and I was like, my hair's gonna be okay. It's not completely fried. It's not hay anymore. So if you're on the fence and you've been thinking about investing in a Dyson, I can honestly tell you, I think it's worth the money. My daughter said the same thing, and she was gone for 6 weeks and she was like, oh my gosh, like I miss it so much. My hair feels like completely better now that I'm home using that. So I truly think that it's like a little gentler, you know, on your hair. And I feel like I finally, like, you know, am stepping into that where I really do think it's worth it. And I'm so glad to be home using that. So just as a little side note. Okay, so those are my main June favorites. I hope you enjoyed this video. I am so glad to be back home, and I will be pumping out some fun content. So stay tuned. I'm getting back into the groove with everything. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I will be back with another video soon.